How's everybody doing today? Girl, I don't know how, it's quarantine, but I am still busy. Today, just a quick one transformation video. Try this and then we'll talk about it. Okay, here we go. Oh, and welcome back. It's good to see you. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Turn on the notification bell so you can see my transformation or other videos every single week. And also, please excuse the hair. It's quarantine, so there are no haircuts to be had here. All right, here's the slide. Try the transformation and then we'll talk. Let's talk. Can we talk? Go. Original sentence is, during our summers at Grandma's house, we often used to compete with each other to see who could eat the most blueberries. Keyword is would, and the sentence to transform is, during our summers at Grandma's house, we blank another to see who could eat the most blueberries. This is like a real memory for me. My grandma's house was stacked, y'all. She had apple trees, she had peach trees, she had a cherry tree, she had blueberries, she had blackberries, she had strawberries. Okay. Transformation, calm down. Answer is, during our summers at Grandma's house, we would often compete with one another to see who could eat the most blueberries. Do you like how I made it like blue? Because like we're talking about blueberries, like get it? Details, right? Fine. All right, this transformation, not too bad. Let's talk about it. And of course, as always, step one, let's trim the fat. So first we're gonna cut out during our summers at Grandma's house. And to see who could eat the most blueberries. Cut that out too, cut it out. Oh, and the we. Don't forget the we. Oh yeah, that was a lot. Okay, let's continue. What do we have left? You should immediately recognize what they're testing here. And that's the next question you should ask. What types of grammar should I try? What could they be testing? Here, they're testing the used to structure and how this is basically synonymous with the would structure. We made a match, it's so cute. When we talk about repetitive actions or things that we did time and time again, growing up or just in the past, we can use either of these. They both work. For example, when I was younger, I would go on dates a lot. When I was younger, I used to go on dates a lot. It's true. I don't want to talk about it. We often teach the used to and would structures when we teach tenses because they're kind of like another tense, just with their own specific purpose, habits. I don't really have a video on this that I can refer you to, but here's a quick little chart to help you understand the differences in spelling and the forms. Okay, so we have the positive, we have the negative. For used to, the form is just that, used to plus the base verb. For example, I used to go on dates regularly. Go is in its base form. Then we have the negative form of used to. The only little difference here is there's no D. It's used to plus the base form, but there's no D on the used to. That's it, just a little detail. No D. Kind of like my life right now. There's no D. When will it be over? Help me, where is the D? Students always talk about things they did in the past a lot, but students rarely use the used to or the would structure, which makes you sound like a native speaker. No, really, it does. Use it. Use would and use used to. Okay, so you can use either. They're synonymous. Here are the forms. And the only difference with used to, positive and negative, is the spelling and pronunciation. There is no difference. That's all. Okay, let's use this knowledge for our transformation. In our original sentence, we have used to compete. That follows the structure. Used to plus the base verb compete is the base verb here. We're gonna keep that main verb compete, but we're gonna change the used to would using our keyword and including that in our transformation. So it simply becomes, we would compete. Perf. If we add that, the transformation becomes, during our summers at grandma's house, we would compete blank another, blah, 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 blah. Okay, we can almost keep the rest. After the blank, we have another. But we cannot say compete with each another. We have to say one another. Now, remember, other and another are pronouns. They're not always pronouns, but in these sentences, they are pronouns, which means they're nouns, but they're also objects. So basically, they're nouns, and then as nouns, they are doing a lot of things. Other and another here are objects of the verb compete. They receive the action of compete. So that means they can have determiners, or these words before them to describe how much or how many. Individually, they have their own matching determiner. They have their own soulmate. The determiner each pairs with other. The determiner one pairs with another. And honestly, I think it's easier just to memorize that one goes with another, each goes with other. Other and another can be adjectives in other places, like, do you want another puppy? But we're focusing on pronouns here. So put that away. Put it away. Okay, so let's put that in. During our summers at grandma's house, we would compete with one another to see who could eat the most blueberries. Oh my god, we did! Hold your butts. What about often? Well, we have to add it in somewhere, but where? Do we say we often would compete? Or do we say we would often compete? Well, this is a small detail, but we do have a rule for this. If you have adverbs of frequency in a sentence with more than one verb, like this one, would compete, where we have an would compete, so we have an auxiliary verb in the main verb. And remember, another name for auxiliary verb is helping verb. The adverb goes after the first auxiliary verb. That's it. It goes after the first. So, here we are, finally. During our summers at grandma's house, we would often compete with one another to see who could eat the most blueberries. Word count, 5 words, girl. Another one, in the bag. That's an idiom. It means another one finished. Terminado. Setแล้ว. Bam. Bam! Okay, y'all. So be careful with your adverbs. We do have rules for the positioning of those. But okay, I'll see you next time. Still working on that essay video. It's coming, I swear. Peace out. Be safe. Wear a mask. And study that grammar. Bye.